Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some really kind of maybe bad news when it comes to the future of video games, some really bad Assassin's Creed news, and as well maybe a big shift in change in gaming that might actually potentially ruin gaming as a whole. Now, I might be being a little bit extreme on this one, but I think if you guys sit through the video, you guys will probably understand what I'm saying. So we have a lot of leaks and a lot of these kind of rumors and people trying to go and put and piece things together from this to this to this on how we might now start seeing real life legitimate gambling in video games as of now. And this is not fun, this is not cool, and I don't think this is something I myself would really approve of. So we're going to talk about this, talk about how this actually might even be like with crypto or blockchain related, and as well everything else tied on in. So, if you guys want to, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Give me your thoughts and comments down below. We do have the Twitter and Twitch stream as well down below, and of course the Target links, Amazon links, and all of that. And well, let's go and sit here and cry. So we actually had a very, very intriguing post over here from Reddit that actually had a chance to go and bring the sun up, and I kind of want to go and discuss this. So first and foremost, Assassin's Creed Mirage, which was kind of like the big gaming news yesterday. We had the Ubisoft event where they announced a few Assassin's Creed games, some like more Mario Rabbids, like a few other little various things. Nothing super big or super special, but like it's kind of been a dry past few weeks for gaming. But the big thing is that we had a very specific adults only 18 plus rating that was showcasing up on the actual showcase, but as well also on the game itself. And if you guys also know, Ubisoft has been familiar with trying to go and scheme in, like, say, NFTs, blockchain-related technology, and as well, they have also been pushing even more microtransactions. But they've also been trying to go take the stance that this most recent upcoming Assassin's Creed Mirage is like, there's no RPGs, we're kind of chilling on the microtransactions, we just want to make sure it's a good game, you know how it is. And interestingly enough, this is actually going to maybe lead to even something maybe even worse. Like, it's kind of like someone be like, hey, of course, we're going to go take that money off your bill. We'll give you 20% off. But then they somehow charge you an extra $100 for whatever, insert convenience fee or whatever. Think like a DoorDash. So you're like, oh, it's going to be a cool deal. I'm saving money. There's no microtransactions. I don't have to buy any experience. I don't have to buy a horse or anything like that. And then they end up basically making even more money at the end of the day. So with this, we actually have a pretty put together article, and this is still on the speculation side, but the speculation side doesn't really make sense because other games out there as well are not on the same stipulations and are not as well doing the same like types of, I guess, like regulatory like ratings. You know how you have like the teen adult type ratings? Other games in the same exact boat do not have those same adult ratings. So first and foremost over here, they have the initial like post where it has a very intriguing thing. So, number one, they have the normal Assassin's Creed Mirage. Ubisoft, action adventure, blah, 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 on the website, etc. But the big thing to notice over here is adults only, 18 plus. So they have the usual stuff, like usual ESRB ratings. But the real thing we want to go and focus on and highlight over here, real gambling in-game purchases. Very, very interesting. The same comment too that's kind of find out this information. Given the rest of the content warnings are pretty standard for just a normal mature related title, the AO, which is adult only rating, seems to come from the real gambling warning, which is defined by the ESRB as players can gamble, including betting or wagering, and this is the bigger thing here, real cash or currency, as opposed to simulated gambling, which is defined by player can gamble without betting or wagering real cash or currency. That does not sound good. So going by their rating guide, simulated gambling is allowed from rating T, or an up, whereas real gambling is only allowed for the rating of AO or adult only. Mirage is still some ways out, so it's likely that this rating is a provisional one. So like just in case, there is still that chance they like, and hopefully they'll see some backlash, and hopefully the story will get picked up a little bit more. I haven't seen too many folks like news articles, Kotaku's or whatever bring this up so far, which is kind of why I feel like I wanted to talk about it. Because I mean, I'm not the biggest YouTuber out there, obviously, but like when it comes to this type of stuff, I don't want gambling in video games. Even microtransactions, loot boxes, etc. I'm pretty against. Even battle passes. I understand like these companies want to make money, free to play games to make money, all of that. Totally get it. But I am definitely not a fan of actual real life money, whether it's for cryptocurrency, because Ubisoft had a pretty big tie into, if it comes to blockchain. I think they try to work in NFTs. So like obviously they could even try to work in things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, stable coins, or just general buying currency in the game, like even in games like GTA, you could literally buy currency and then maybe making that so then people can gamble with that currency or even potentially withdraw it too as well. Like we're not really sure exactly how their systems are going because obviously we don't have all the information with it, but this does make a lot of sense. So as you guys can see, kind of the big issue is that it's on AO right now. And it was also even showcased too as well up in the trailers too. So this is a bigger thing. This is on the Ubisoft Forward trailer that was out here for September 10th. So they had a chance to go and timestamp it too as well. So this is like an actual thing. Like this is on USA and Canada. Actually are like basically set up here for the ESRB. And it does also have the adults only 18 plus AO title again. So a lot of folks are with this. So even how they're saying this too, as I mentioned, with maybe in-game currency and then gambling with that in-game currency, interestingly enough, even GTA Online, which does have gambling. Like in GTA Online, they did have like the casino updates. They had like an entire little area for it. You could literally also do and buy the microtransactions for obviously, GTA. So like that's why a lot of folks are very, very intrigued because this could be really bad. Now, this is, like I said, not set in stone as of right this second. The game is not out yet. We haven't seen official gameplay yet or official leaks or codes or whatever, but this is a very, very peculiar thing. As you guys also know, Assassin's Creed at this point is probably Ubisoft's biggest IP, as well as also one of the bigger gaming IPs out there too. So if they have a chance to work in microtransactions, which they did in prior games, they're going to do it. And as well, with a lot of gamers kind of still moving away from microtransactions, or maybe if the game is too small as well, like if it's only like a 15 to 25 hour long game, most folks are less incentivized to want to buy any microtransactions to speed up the game or get like cool, characters, mobs, mounts, horses, whatever. So this is why they also may want to introduce this. To my knowledge, obviously, like big online casinos have been pretty popular, think like Stake and other ones, and they churn a lot of money. They make a lot of money. But the part two of that is, when it comes to everything else, in gaming, it doesn't seem like it should be fitting. But most other gaming companies are always on the profit, and not to shame Ubisoft too much, they've always seemed like they want to make profit on profit on profit. And that, obviously, they're a business. Obviously, they're a company. They want to make money. But the big thing is you could have a company that makes a really good game or even like a somewhat okay bonus structure microtransaction store and still make good money versus Ubisoft, where it seems like if they're trying to incorporate gambling like real life, you can deposit and you can withdraw gambling into their game. This could be a really, really, really bad step here for the future of gaming because we don't want to have other popular games being like, oh my God, Ubisoft made $1 billion from random Assassin's Creed gambling, and like what if they put multiplayer where you can go against other folks, so it's almost incentivizing you to have that like then competitive edge, and you want to maybe spend even more in-game money or microtransaction money to go and maybe win back your earnings that maybe your friend took, maybe someone else took. Like in theory, it's like a smart idea for making a lot of money, but being smart and being ethical and moral is completely different. And I really hope Ubisoft does not push for this, because like I've said, I'm kind of anti on the involvement of money when it comes to games. I don't mind it if it's done well, but we don't usually see it done well, ethically and morally, and a lot of game companies are trying their best to make as much as they possibly can. And if they do want to push gambling, I do think this could be a really, really bad step for the game. Ubisoft PR, Assassin's Creed PR, and also maybe setting a really bad precedent for gaming as a whole in the future. I'm very much not a fan of this, very much not cool with this, and I do hope that more media attention does get put onto this issue, because gambling in video games with real life money should definitely not be a thing, especially with how many younger kids are playing games. Even if you set it for AO, there's still gonna be kids who have their parents' accounts, use parents' credit cards, etc., etc. So give me your thoughts and comments down below, because I'm not happy with this, and hopefully this does not come real. As well, we do have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We have the Target links down below, Amazon links down below, and make sure you guys are subscribed with, and as well with the notifications on, and for the PS5 giveaway.